Hey everyone, back with another video. My name is Bella. How is everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing good. You're blessed and you know that you are loved. I wanted to do a quick general message and just do a check-in on, what's going on with the divine masculine, what's going on with the karmics, what's going on with the divine feminine, soulmate twin flame reading. They love coming out before I'm ready for them to come out. That's just a thing, right? All right. So the first card that came out for the divine masculines is solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Okay, so at this time, the divine masculines are healing. We've been picking that up. That has been an overall energy from the last divine masculine reading that I did. So there is no communication, silence at this time. They may, you may be feeling like they are ghosting you. But this is, a time to be patient, have compassion and empathy when someone is healing. They're healing from heartbreaks, past heartbreaks, still being in the energetic field of individuals, even if they're not with them at this time. So, if you are in a twin flame journey, union, well, may not be in the physical union, but if you're on the twin flame journey or a soulmate journey, or even a self-healing journey. This, when I say divine masculine, that could be female or male. It's just energy. So if you are a female and you're resonating with the divine masculine energy and you're the one that's in solitude right now, you could be wanting to be in a relationship, but emotionally now is not the time to, put yourself out there, because there's parts of you that you are still embracing, parts of you that you are still learning. And, a lot of times people want something until they have it, and then they realize that's not what they want. And then if they're in situations or in relationships longer than it should have expired, longer than it should have. Now people are just together out of being comfortable, or they don't want to break that person's heart, or it's out of guilt, or it's out of things on this 3D material plane that they built together. So you really want to have and know all the parts of you, or a large amount, a large part of you, before you get into a stable relationship. So solitude is the overall energy for the divine masculines right now. For the divine feminine, we have joy and delight. That's a beautiful card. Open your heart to joy, right? So if you hopefully are not taking things personally, if you are feeling rejected, or you feel like individuals are ghosting you, or they're not showing you, love, they're not showing you attention, right? You're going to have to find that joy and that delight within yourself. And I feel like the divine feminines have been healing so much that they have gotten that other energy out of their system. And they really are tapping into things that bring joy to you and bring happiness and light. I'm going to have one for the karmic, one on the top, and it's embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Okay, a lot of times the karmics are not in that energy. But the reason why I wanted to bring them up, because I feel like moving into 2020. Okay. So we're going to have to start getting used to saying 2022 because it sounds 2020, 2021. Okay, so the 222, obviously I'm having a problem saying. But with the karmics, right, for 2022, they are actually starting to see what their dis-ease is. They're starting to see that their jealousy, their hate, their enviness, their guilt, their shame, them being hurt and then wanting to hurt other individuals, them, you know, when you get hurt, then you just like, well, now our minds would be like that and start hurting other people. That's very fear-based, and that's a very low vibrational, okay? And it's a dis-ease to yourself. 2022 karmics will be getting their karma, facing their karma, having to deal with that shit, having to look into the mirror, and things that are of love and of light are being transmuted. So a lot of their energy will go from in this very low, dense, not uplifting energy to them having more enthusiasm within themselves and them embracing the beauty within them. Because if you take your focus off yourself and you put your focus on other individuals, that takes so much time and so much energy, and it's so draining. And that is what we're going to see in 2022. A lot of individuals are taking their power back and realizing, you know, damn, you know, I really spent a lot of time hating on him or her when I could have been working on my own self. And that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice to see. So what I'll do is keep flipping. Guys, get your water. If you have water, get dehydrated. I can already feel my throat chakra starting to close. I'll keep flipping back from divine masculine, divine feminine, and then karmic. All right? And we'll just see what messages we have. So the divine masculines are having some very vivid dreams. Some are really having some nightmares of things that they've experienced in their life that they really haven't thought about, and it's things that they've done to hurt somebody else, maybe not intentionally, or to manipulate somebody else out of survival. So for the divine masculine, I will start belching when the more I channel and the more I connect and feel spirit. A belching just happens. My nose starts itching. So, guys, I apologize that I'm doing all of that. But stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. And that is what the divine masculines are understanding during this solitude. That they don't have to settle for less. They don't got to be nobody's fuckboy. You know, they don't have to compare themselves to other individuals. They don't have to compare the amount of money that they make. They are stepping into accountability. They're stepping into principle, law, order, and integrity at this time. Meeting the divine feminine has activated them to want to be a better version of themselves. In the beginning, they may have taken her as an enemy. They may have taken her as naive, clingy, or They just didn't understand the frequency and the energy that she was. And I'm just going to say she for the sake of, I'll say divine masculine, he, divine feminine, she. But again, please, please, please understand, it's just energy. So it really could be reversed, but it's just easier for me to convey it that way, okay? So he's really finding his light because he's seen her light, but her light was literally too bright. It was like that. It was like, get that light out my face, because they was comfortable with that mask that they was wearing, that they was trying to show other individuals, and her light started exposing his darkness. Now he's walking in his light. Now he's walking in his truth. He is stepping into his truth at this time. All right. So we'll see the energy messages for divine feminine. I'm hearing divine feminines also. Someone is thinking about getting a pet, a bird, a cat, a snake. I'm hearing. I know a lot of people are not really into reptiles. Excuse me, my eye. Or you're seeing these animals. These could be spirit animals at this time. You're dreaming about these animals. When you dream about any animals, any things that really stand out in your dream, any colors, any messages, if you could read something, if you could see the time on the clock, look those up. Let me see. Just to share a little bit. So I have journals of dream. Well, there's other things in here other than dreams, but a lot of these are dreams that I have to write down, downloads that I have to write down. So I'm always saying journal. Put this stuff down on paper. Okay, there's messages. Go back to them. I read back to some of these dreams a month ago, a year ago, and I'm just like, I had that dream. But then a lot of it starts making sense. And a lot of my abilities and my psychic abilities, when I can see a little bit further out. So, and then I'll get that vision, and it may not resonate to somebody that I need to give that message to, or a dream message, because my messages come that way very strongly as well, because I can astral travel as well as have very vivid lucid dreaming. And then 2 months later, there goes the confirmation. Some people, we're just in such of a microwave age that everyone wants something right now. Everybody wants something quick, fast right now. And my abilities are just, they can be to a degree maybe right now, but it's not. It would make more if you were inclined to read some of my older videos. There may be confirmations there, opposed to just seeing the newer ones. You watch this one a month from now, and you just like, wow, that actually resonated. Okay, so divine feminine, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. And that's where your energy and that's where your frequency is right now. Like I was saying earlier, for 2022, the ascended beings are not entertaining and being distracted by fuckery. It's just not. Empathic souls, light workers, are just not allowing anything and anyone just suck the life and energy out of us. That's not happening. If it's not being reciprocated, if it's not being an equal give and take, divine feminines are not doing that same old, somebody walking all over them, somebody, they're recharging themselves, because light workers, we're like the battery, and then we get individuals that are dark, and then they need to be in our energy, get our energy, so they charge themselves up like a battery, like a cell phone, and once their battery is full, they're gone. And if your battery starts getting low, you would think you can get some of the light from them, but no, they're nowhere. They're MIA. They're nowhere to be found. Or you get some damn excuses like, oh, I've been busy, I got this going on, yada yada yada, same old bullshit. It's not happening no more. So I don't know where those dark ones will be getting any of their light from. They're not getting it from the light beings anymore. Okay, divine feminines are standing in their light, and they're standing in their truth. They are creating boundaries and truth that people are not going to like. And at the end of the day, it's going to be like, you know what? Divine feminines was in the energy of wanting to be liked. Now it's not about them wanting to be liked. It's about you wanting to be respected. It is a respect at this point. Okay? And I just felt that. I mean, I'm feeling that right now. Karmics. What is the upcoming energy for the karmics? And when I say karmics, everybody, we've all been a karmic at some point or another in our life. There's no somebody's better than somebody else because they have ascended or they are awakened, enlightened beings now. We've all been somebody else's karmics. We've all broken somebody else's heart. We've all hurt somebody, lied to somebody, cheated on somebody, stole. Everybody has done any of those sins, or it's a matter of the ones that continue to do that. That is their makeup. That is their DNA. I guess you gotta always have that, the good and the villain. We do live in a two-dimensional plane, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? So let's see the karmics. So we can send them love the same exact way. You can send them love. You can send them forgiveness. That doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with them. It means you can release them. You can do a cord cut. You can release them from your energetic fields. You can release them from your aura, right? That they cannot trigger you and they cannot affect you. And that is what a karmic will do. They will go out their way. Oh, too many fell out. They will go out their way to trigger you. They will go out their way to want to debate, to want to argue, to want you to get to their level. And a person can't argue and fight by themselves, right? So if you don't entertain it and you're not standing there, if they like, 2 years ago, you used to do this with me, now you're not doing that no more, you think you da-da-da-da-da-da, and you're just like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, yep, you're right. Okay. They can't, then they can't get you down to their level. They have to now rise. We're going to get the karmics have to rise up to our frequency now. I know these keep falling. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Okay, so that's the advice for the karmics. You will be out of poverty, spiritual poverty, physical poverty, mental poverty, and financial poverty if you took your energy back to yourself and loved yourself instead of wanting to scam, con, get over on people. You know, some people get off on that shit. You know, sending out evil eye energy, sending out ill will, praying for somebody to be hurt, praying for somebody to die, praying. And then when I'm using the word praying, so you want to be careful when you start asking people to pray for you. Okay? Because there's P-R-A-Y and P-R-E-Y. You are pray. You somebody's pray. So these karmics, your life would be, you would have that cornucopia if you would not be a scum bucket, and you would not be a hater, and you would not be a thief, and you would not do the works of the devil. Okay? For those karmics. Again, we're gonna send them love from afar. All right. Let's see how much time we got on the clock. 21:11. All right. Upcoming energies for the divine masculine. Upcoming energies for the divine masculine. And then I think we'll wrap this up. Upcoming energies for the divine masculine. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit, beloved. Upcoming energies for the divine masculine. Yes. Boom. Distant thunder, clear the air. This goes back to that first card that came out, the solitude. This is what they're doing. They're really having to do a lot of forgiveness of themselves. They're really feeling, a lot of them are really feeling the wrath of the part that they took in, you know, creating a lot of drama, creating a lot of chaos. You know, some of them, and I'm speaking of males, some of them really did a number on some of the females that they was with. And they may not meant to do it intentionally, because it may have been a condition, a program. It may have been, you know, how they was raised, how they saw. You know, a lot of them are trying to heal from things with their fathers and their mothers, or some of their fathers were very, very, very not nice men to women. And this is what they were brought up with. This is, they don't speak about it, but it's something that is now coming to the surface. It is weighing on them. It possibly is happening because someone has done it back to them. Sadly enough, you keep hurting people a certain way. And it is not until it happens to you, and now the shoe has dropped and it is on the other foot, that now you like, wow. That type of heartbreak, that's sometimes what it takes for somebody to do a 360 and really change their life and change their ways. My throat chakra is really starting to close up now, guys. All right. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. So yeah, the Divine Masculines may be experiencing a storm right now. You know what? You don't want to, you want somebody to come to you healed. You don't want somebody, no matter how much you longing for somebody's soul, or you're longing for them, you want somebody healthy. You want somebody mentally healthy, spiritually healthy. You want somebody nourishing. You don't want to just be with somebody to be with somebody, and this person is like literally ignoring you, don't text you back, you know, playing these mental games. Like, you know, they see what you sent them, but they playing this game like they so fucking busy. You know, okay, well, I could call you back in an hour, or I just won't call you back at all, because they want to just keep getting attention from you. That's that clown ass. Listen, when I say divine masculines, these masculines are not in their divinity right now. I'm using that loving word. They are really in a more distorted energy. Okay? They have the potential to be divine. And that is what is occurring at this time. Okay, so that's what Spirit wanted me to say that without saying 50,000 times. But that's okay too, right? All right. Divine Feminine. And then we'll finish a last one with the Karmic. Divine Feminine. I'm hearing that there's a Divine Feminine that is waiting to find out if they're going to get approved for a home. And you are also a new vehicle. I'm seeing 2022. I see a lot of, not that just that it's new, not just because it's a new year, because we could get into all of that, because this Western is a new year for the Jewish holiday. I think that was like a month ago. For the spring equinox, that is considered a new year, because right now in the winter everything is dead. So how could it be new right now, right? In spring equinox, everything is blooming. So that would make sense that that's new. But we're all, under this matrix of New Year. We go with it. For me, I really embrace the new year come the spring, because that just resonates more. That is, something's blooming. The leaves are now coming out. That to me is new. Okay. Spirit really wanted me to say that. But beyond that, because the Divine Feminines, and I am speaking of either energy, male or woman, because you have done so much of the work, so much of your inner work, so much healing of your inner child, clearing out blockages, activating your chakras, healing that inner child within, doing a lot of forgiveness with your parents and things that, any individuals that strung you along the way, or made you feel like you weren't enough. You wasn't pretty enough. You wasn't tall enough. You're not the right race. You don't have this money. You didn't go to college. You don't have this title degree. None of that matters. All of that is one big illusion at the end of the day. The source at the end of the day is to love yourself unconditionally. And I know people get so frustrated when they're like, oh, you love yourself, love lightly. People don't want to hear that. People think like, duh, everybody loves themselves. No, that is the furthest from the truth. People don't really want to look at themselves. Yeah, people could take nice pictures and put filters on and do makeup, and I like getting all dressed up and everything like that, but it's got to be a balance. What I feel on the inside is what I am projecting on the outside. Okay? So that's just what it is. You can't tell me you are a filthy, disgusting person, and you can't tell me you love yourself. Then at the same time, you can't be all dolled up or handsome up and everything look all sharp and everything look all put together, but you have a nasty attitude and you don't have any compassion for other people, and you just not have, you got all this money, but you got everything, but you still miserable, and you still a hater for somebody that have half of what that person with all that money has. So, Divine Feminines, you are getting approved for things. Do not, see, I'm not even going to say don't be afraid, because those that did the work are not afraid. They're not worried about their next meal. They're not worried about when the rent is going to be paid. They have connected with their higher self, with their multi-dimensional selves. They have faith, intuition. They have their relationship with the Most High Christ. They are walking in a Christ conscious. So anything that you apply for, you're getting approved for. And if it's not happening, and that's the other thing that you understand, divine timing. You know, you put out these intentions, you do these, whether you do your money spells, you're doing your protection spells, you're doing your manifestation rituals, and then you let it go and you give it to the universe, and you allow it to be received when it's going to be received. Not like, I just had a bracelet on, and now I still do. Okay, I was gonna say, where did that bracelet go? Okay, but now you're not looking at the clock. You're not waiting for the water to boil. That's not how that works, and that's not what that frequency is. So if somebody needs to hear that, if you're putting something out there and then you start questioning it, I'm gonna tell you what you're doing. You're delaying the fruits of your labor by doing that. When it's for you, it is for you. And what you need to be doing is not what you need to be, because I'm not up here telling people what they need to be doing. But a tip is to already be in that energy, of that gratitude, right? So if you are applying for a home, you already have, you could probably do it. I always say these vision boards. People have been saying vision boards. And the divine feminines that are resonating with this is somebody, or even the men that are watching this, I feel like you are already into esoteric practices, or you are already into law of attraction. I'm also hearing somebody should read The Art of War. Somebody should read, there's a book called The Secret, and somebody should read, I just heard another book. See, sometimes it goes fast. But already have yourself in that energy of the home. So you already see yourself walking in the home. You already see yourself planning the housewarming party, if that's what you're into. You already know the color scheme of the home, how you're going to decorate it. You know, maybe go to the furniture store. Even if you're not even ready for any of that, go to the furniture store anyway and sit down on the furniture, feel the furniture, touch the furniture, put that already in your psyche. And the same thing with the car. I'm not saying just go to these places and waste these salespeople time. Let them know, you know, you're not purchasing now, but you never know, divine timing, that you may just, they may have some sort of promotion, an extremely great promotion where everything is zeroed down with a very low APR. You know, you give, they do the credit, and you get approved, and you didn't even know that you was going to get approved. So I'm not saying just go to these places and waste. Don't go to the car dealership and just waste their time and you just a tire kicker. No, you are going there in the energy of that you are going to get a new car, that you are going to get a new home. If it doesn't happen that day, whatever that salesperson was, you get their information. 3 months later, you find out, then they have the promotion. Or you go and do a credit repair. Invest your money and do the credit repair. These are things that the divine feminine, this is the work that the divine feminines are doing. Okay, they are making these necessary steps. When you do any type of magic action, you still have to do something on the 3D plane, from the ethers to the 3D plane, to materialize something from the unknown and bring it into your reality. And that's what the divine feminines are doing. And so I really needed to elaborate that, you know, girl, get ready to pick out the color of the car. You want a 2-door, a 4-door. You want a 4-wheel drive. I mean, the whole shebang. See yourself at the car dealership, test driving it. Visualize all of this. See yourself in that finance department. See yourself every step that it takes to do your research and do your homework first. See yourself signing the papers and see yourself driving off with your new vehicle. Divine Feminine. Did we do a card for Divine Feminine? I feel like we're going to do one more. And this one, can you guys see that? And then I'll read it. Great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. Okay, that's what we've been saying. That's what we've been saying. For the karmics, and I'm going to finish this. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Transformation. And these karmics, let's have faith for them. You know, let's really transmute that negative, ugly energy, that dis-ease that they have, that they can have a transformation. They can have a phoenix rising as well. If you want something different in your life to happen, you have to do something different. You can't do the same thing repeatedly over and over, year after year, and expecting something different to happen. That's also a form of insanity, right? To keep doing something over and over and expecting a different result. It doesn't happen like that, and it doesn't work like that. So overall, the energies is fresh and it's new. Get imaginative like a child. Get creative like a child without any expectations. Don't put any expectations on these divine masculines. When they gonna heal, how they gonna heal, are they gonna see me, do they see my self-worth? Divine masculines, you know, insecure about their body, insecure about their manhood, insecure about their money, worried about, you know, controlling her, being domineering, wanting somebody to be subservient and submissive to you, but you don't even have a pot to piss in. All of this energy has to action, action, action. And that's what a transformation is. It won't be easy. It ain't pretty. It might be a lot of snot crying, ugly crying, in the dark, alone. But you're never alone. Your ancestors are always with you. Your spirit guides are always with you. God is always with you. Get that connection. Pull in that connection with source, with light. You know, you cannot be afraid to be in the dark. The organic darkness is where things are healed, is where things grow. My greatest work is in the dark. I love the darkness. I love the light because then I get to bring it to the light, right? With Ra, the sun god. You know, I work with the moon, work with the mothers, the primordial, dark, organic mothers of the moon, of the night. That's where things are growing. And then the sun comes out, and that's where we actually see things shine, and we actually see things illuminate, right? And that's where your glow up, is. All right, guys? So continue healing, continue loving yourself, love on one another. Life is too short. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not promised. Until next time. All right, guys. Peace.